Hello guys, it is Melinda Lynch and I am covering a unique topic, one that is very relevant right now, but that is not necessarily something that's been covered a lot. I actually went out of town on an impromptu little vacation, and prior to seeing any of my clients, I wanted to make sure that I was healthy and able to return to work without the worry of perhaps giving someone COVID-19. I am completely 100% feeling fantastic, but I also wanted to make sure that that I wasn't just an asymptomatic carrier that could infect any of our clients. We are wearing masks, we are being safe, we are carrying our Lysol, but I also just wanted to make sure that everybody was safe before I returned back to the world of civilization. So that being said, there is a cool location called Genesis HRT in Pittsburgh, right off of Campbell's Run Road. We're gonna head inside. They are doing some unique and very cutting edge testing for COVID-19. And I heard that it is a phenomenal way to get quick results. So we're gonna head in and show you what it's all about. All right, we're walking in. Let's see what happens. All right, so tell me why this is better than doing the nasal swab test.
So the nasal swab test is roughly about 65%, where this is a little over 95%, but the nasal swab's actually testing for only viral infections. So if you have the common cold, just a sinus infection, it's actually gonna show positive. So I don't know why they wanna do that, I guess to get their numbers up,
Exactly.
But at the end of the day, this actually tests for only COVID, and it tests if you have the antibodies, so if you had it in the past, and if you currently are active. So, and it's 5-10 minute rapid test too, which is nice. You don't have to wait 5 weeks.
Exactly. Okay, I'm super excited. So what do you do?
Yeah, so one more to prick your finger.
All right, okay.
You ready?
I'm ready.
It's gonna hurt.
Okay. It didn't hurt.
It's a lot better than his nasal swabs too.
Right.
I had to get it done because we had these tests after I had COVID, and it felt like a grill lighter up my nose.
Yeah, that's what I heard. I heard it's awful.
It's the worst thing ever. So this at most, you're getting your finger squeezed a little bit.
Yeah. It's like a diabetes test.
Correct.
Like a sugar test. Okay.
Correct. So what we want to do, let's get a full plain old blood down there. So about one more.
I'm awful at getting my blood taken, so I'm so glad it's from a finger and not.
Usually people come in here and they go like this.
Yeah. No,
It's like, no, we don't need that.
I'm so glad. I think I'm constantly dehydrated, which is why.
So once that's full on the bottom,
okay,
you just put bacteriocystic water there, and what that does is it helps that blood come down into this line right here, so you can actually watch it develop.
Yeah.
And about 5 minutes, if you have COVID, you'll actually start to see lines next to it. There's a C, G, and M. If you get really close, the G, that's a line in the middle, that means you are currently active.
Okay.
I'm sorry, that means that you are, you had the antibodies, so you've had it in the past.
Okay.
And if right here, if you go in that first line where the M is, that means you're actually currently active.
Okay, so the M is currently active, G means you have the antibodies because you had it previously.
Correct.
Okay. So, how many people are surprised to find out that they actually had it previously?
I would say about 25% of the people we come out are currently active.
Okay.
But we don't have too many with antibodies because everyone's recently getting it.
Okay.
But we do have a few people that have the antibodies and they had no clue.
Right. Well, that's what I'm actually really curious about that because I was so sick in January.
Our TV guy was here yesterday and he actually showed strong antibodies. He goes, when did I have it?
Right. He didn't even remember having it. So
sick.
some people are showing up asymptomatic, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
And some people are just carriers. So we have a lot of people that come in here. They're the antibodies. They are not active and they're just going to carry it. They're not going to actually get sick from it.
Okay. So how long after exposure should you be tested?
So there's like how the government says, oh, it's 2 weeks. No, we have people come in 5 days later. They're negative. And we also have someone currently 6 weeks positive.
Okay, so it really is
so
just dependent.
there's no guidelines that we can actually follow. The government needs to go, well, I just don't know.
Yeah,
so we can actually understand they don't know instead of giving us guidelines that are actually false.
Well, yeah, and I feel like every person you talk to has a different answer, whether you call the CDC, you call local.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay.
And we, followed all those until we started doing the COVID test here. We didn't realize there's no right answer.
Yeah, exactly.
There isn't.
Well, this is the fastest way to be able for me to be confident.
Correct. And as you can see, this is a little bit more red.
Yeah.
So that helped the blood come down there. So now the blood's in there. Kind of looks like a pregnancy test.
Yeah, it does.
And then with the lines and everything, we'll see if you're, positive or negative.
All right, stay tuned. All right, go ahead.
You are negative.
I am negative. Fantastic. And that took about 7 minutes. So
congratulations.
Thank you so much. Okay, so that was way too easy. I think it scared me more the unknown of whether or not I was COVID positive or not. And now knowing quickly, instead of having that anxiety of having to wait for days for results, some people are waiting weeks for results. I think that is the huge takeaway with this. This is a local company here in Pittsburgh that are doing some incredible things. Unfortunately, I don't have a lot of answers for how reliable the test is, just because of the fact that I'm, unfortunately not a doctor. I'm not the CDC. So I'm going based on the information that was provided to me. So I just want to give that clarification. It seems like it was a really reliable alternative to having the Q-tip poked up into your nose. But I learned a lot. I think it's a really cool way to be able to get a result quickly if you need it for your family, if you've been exposed. And I did hear from them that they're actually working with the Pittsburgh Pirates. They're working with the airport. They're working with local hospitals to use this test as an alternative to the other COVID testing. So if you are looking for a way to be able to give yourself a little bit of peace of mind, or just want to find out about your antibodies, let me know. I would love to be able to guide you and tell you where the location is. Here is my results. It says negative. No, I do not have the antibodies, so apparently I never actually was exposed to it prior either. So knock on wood, we stay safe, we stay healthy, and you have the confidence of knowing the Melinda Lynch team is working really hard to make sure we keep you and your clients safe. Thanks, guys.